Hey Brickmaniacs, it's time for another Designer's Desk episode in the Brickmania library, the nice fancy new library. I'm here with Cody Osell, and you have the all-new Jagdtiger, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure. It's all new.
I'm going to say tiger. Tiger.
Jagdtiger.
Tigger. Jagdtiger. Yeah, that's what I got here. And fun fact, there is no history, so let's just move right on into
That's true.
So we actually saw these in at the Tank Museum.
Yeah.
In Bovington, and I think they might have had two versions. I'm not sure. I know they had two versions of the King Tiger. They had the Porsche version and then the Heinzschul version. Mm-hmm. And the same story applies to this because it's basically on a King Tiger's hull. It's just a little bit elongated. So I factored that in the build. It's a little bit longer, and it's a tank killer.
Absolutely.
It's a hunting tiger. So what they have instead of a turret on top is a casemate, and that was pretty common. There's like almost every German Panzer has a tank killer version of it, a turretless version. Because I know we've done like the Hetzer in the past, and we've done the Panther, the Ferdinand, and there's still more than that. The Stug. Same story applies. There's also the Elephant, things like that. So this is the largest of that family. It's like over 70 tons.
Yeah.
It's quite heavy, even for that period. Well, even for modern times, a 70-ton tank is heavy.
And I understand that caused some substantial issues with
it. It certainly did. A lot more were lost, I think, due to mechanical failure than enemies killing them, or they were just abandoned.
Right.
And the initial order was for like 150 of these, and I think they only produced between 70 and 80.
Yeah.
So not that many saw combat, but it is a fearsome vehicle.
Yeah, I think this is probably the last tank you'd want to actually face off against.
History would actually prove otherwise, because they were actually able to kill them quite easily, because sometimes they would tuck tail and run and turn around.
Okay, you're supposed to make this sound awesome.
I'm telling history. I'm not going to make history.
It is pretty crazy.
So it is. The frontal armor on the casemate is almost 10 inches thick, plus the thickness of the mantlet, or the glacis on the front of that is another 6 inches.
Right.
So it's virtually impenetrable.
From the front.
From the front. But a lot of times, well, maybe not a lot of times, in some instances they would panic, and then instead of backing away from the enemy, they would turn around and drive away, and then you get shot. At least there's one instance of that. I don't know how many times that would actually happen, but
I guess when you have like 50 tanks coming at you,
right,
it'll kind of freak you out.
Anyways, I went with the same camouflage that we had in our Tiger 2 version, and I think it looks good. I was able to find some dark brown pieces for the barrel, dark green, dark tan, and so there's, I don't know, I feel like it looks better than the Tiger 2 did in this camouflage pattern, just because there's more of it and it's more encompassing. It flows a little bit better since you have a casemate instead of a separate turret, which is hard to incorporate a camouflage all the way around a turret that's trying to match the body.
Yeah, you can definitely really see these camouflage pathways going. I mean, really all the way across the entire model, you really can get that. I think this is one of the better applications of like brick build camouflages that we've done. So,
thank you.
Right on. Yeah.
So yeah, again, I'm springboarding off of the last Tiger 2 model I did, which is also springboarding off of Dan's original Tiger 2. I kept the same basic chassis. I did move the engine back a little bit just because of how it was laid out. The rear deck is a little bit squished. Feeling, and it is a little bit elongated, so maybe that was part of the factor in their design, is they moved everything back, moved the engine back a little bit. Maybe I'm not positive, but I was able to keep the same side slopes, and just like the real thing.
Yeah, it's if you can get maybe a head-on shot here, piece. You can see that the sloping is perfectly lines up with that.
So that was nice that it worked out pretty well.
And this is like one giant panel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's really cool build technique. So
the sides are just pretty similar to the real thing. It's basically chunked together, pieced together in angular parts.
Chunked together. Exactly.
So the main gun is 128 millimeter, which is massive. I believe it was a naval gun at one point that they just put on a tank, which is it's pretty common for that period. Yeah. And it has a hull machine gun that's usually MG34, and then on the back here they added an MG42, or in early versions I think an MG34. As an anti-aircraft weapon. So they just stand on the rear deck,
right,
and shoot at the aircraft. is the purpose of that machine gun. And you can easily access that machine gun by opening up these split hatch doors. That's the main way into the vehicle there. There's also a hatch on top.
And the top hatch is a custom printed hatch as well.
Yeah, so there's a printed hatch on top. And then this was also something that we repurposed the artwork from the Jagdtiger or Jagdpanther, put it on different colored tile. So that's some similar artwork there we've done in the past. This is brand new printed art, same printed parts here on the back deck as the Tiger II, because that's what it was. It's basically a Tiger II just with no turret. So you can open up the hatch on the top, and the gun elevates and depresses a little bit. And there's also a barrel lock.
So that's for transit, right? Or transportation?
Yeah, it can be.
Or is it for like an extra steady shot? Like
it's just
no, it's not.
move your gun. Yeah. And then the same opening hatches that are swivel hatches as same on the Tiger II. Nothing really new there. And then this whole roof comes off. And there's a bit of a detailed interior.
It's a cool interior you got.
So the charges that were used in this gun, you have the, it's a two-stage charge. So you put the charges behind the round.
Okay.
Or behind the
so shots per minute would be a little bit slower for this.
Yeah, so it would take a crew of 2 men to load it rather than 1.
Okay.
So you're loading the warhead and then you're loading the powder behind it. So
it's just
the
like a naval
propellant
gun.
Well, yeah, and that's what it was.
Right.
So it makes total sense. But what I did put in here was some Brick Arms howitzer shells on the sides, which of course it wouldn't have a shell, but for this application, it's a playable feature. You can actually load the shell into the breech of the gun. There's a swiveling.
Switch to the Cody cam.
Cody cam. Just see what I see. So you are able to load the gun into the bottom of the brick, and you'll see that once you build it, how that works out quite well. And I think that's about it. Oh, well, we have printed wheels, same as the Tiger II.
Yep.
On the sides, same basic suspension. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the kit. If you want to go over your fig.
Yep. 44 dot camouflage on this Panzer Commander. You've seen this guy before, so we thought it did a good job. So we brought him back for this kit. Let's see what else is on there. Some tank destruction badges on the side of the arm there. And what else do we got for this guy? Yeah, it comes with that headset, which in real life they would have had throat mics as opposed to like those arm mics or whatever. But you can kind of simulate that using this minifig cat headset if you just tilt it down a little bit, and it kind of approximates a throat mic. It's close. Printing on the cap there, and binoculars, and some badges. You know, he's done some stuff in combat.
Done some stuff.
So it's towards the he's probably seen some action if he's in one of these vehicles.
Yep. So that's a later war camouflage because this is a later war vehicle.
That's right. You can also pick up the Tiger crew pack that would also go really well with this. So kind of complete your crew with that.
Yep, you can deck it out. There's plenty of space inside there to fit a crew.
Yeah. This guy's actually in the Tiger crew pack. But I mean, you can mix and match the camouflage patterns to kind of create your own unique minifigures. So yeah.
And he can just pop right in that hatch that I have open on the roof. Doink. Perfection.
There we go. Exactly how he would have gone into battle.
Yes.
Pointing, shoot that.
Right there. Yeah. That's why he has the binoculars.
Exactly.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, that is the Jagdtiger designed by Cody Osel. For more information, please check out brickmania.com. Thanks for watching.